How did the club thing go?
So yeah, I did it for 2 months, and in 2 months
Yeah.
I was living in my own apartment, and mind you, all my neighbors, all my neighbors that I could remember, they were all
White.
white guys, and white women, and older white women, and just rich people. Those were my neighbors.
Basically,
so
just so
that the
you know,
stripping thing was paying.
was paying good
Yes,
money.
it was paying good money. I wouldn't deny that. My house was full in like, I don't know, half a month. I had everything going on, and remember, I was struggling. And the heat in Mombasa reminds you how poor you are.
Yeah.
It's so
If
bad.
you have no money, it's a problem.
It's so bad.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, everything went well for some time, and so when I was dancing, I met this girl. They were new to the club, yeah.
Yeah.
And they told me, "Oh, you're a good dancer. Oh, this and that. You know, there's Kisumu. There's also a strip club in Kisumu. There's a club in Kisumu, yeah." So yeah,
Listen, just make sure, because I can't edit everything out.
I know.
You see, so let's just put it this way.
Yeah.
Whatever you want to share.
Yeah.
Whatever you think it's too much, you don't have to.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Yeah. Because also I have to look out for you. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm looking out for you. But it's also important to understand the stories and just people's journey. So,
Yeah.
yeah. And this episode is going to air some time later. So probably we'll be like, and she's already super rich right now. So we don't even need, that's just a past and she talked about it and everything.
Yeah. So I moved to Kisumu.
Yeah.
And I lived in Kisumu for a month before one evening my friend told me, "Oh, you don't know Kisumu really, yeah? So we're going to take you out." So they take me out to this club, and we're having fun. So this guy comes over, yeah? And he tells me, so we start talking, having a good conversation.
But these friends who took you to Kisumu,
Yeah.
sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah, it's okay.
These friends that took you to Kisumu,
Yeah.
were they in the same line of work?
Yeah, they were actually.
Okay.
They were, and
So
I
they-
realized how different I was when I was there.
How?
Because all the girls there, they were there for a reason. Either they had no parents, they
Yeah.
had kids to take care of, and they had very different stories. And
Their
what
lives
was my
were-
story? What was my story?
Being a rebel.
Being a rebel?
Oh my God.
I didn't.
I'm afraid of having a daughter. I don't want to hear these stories. But okay, please, yeah.
So yeah, I didn't have a story, but obviously one way or another I had to cook up so I could fit in the group. You know, I had so many stories to tell. I am a very good liar, by the way. Just saying. Is
Don't
that a
lie.
good thing?
Don't lie on the podcast. Don't lie.
No, I don't have anything.
It's a
to
good
lie,
thing, but
you know?
that just means that I can't trust you.
Come on.
You've already said it.
No, that was like 2 years ago.
Okay, okay,
And I was just growing up.
Okay. Let's go on with the story. Mhm.
So yeah, so I moved to Kisumu with and one time we were not walking, and they said let's just have a break and let's just go out. So we go out and I meet this guy and we start having a conversation with him, and I realized I don't want to do this anymore. You know, I am more. I know the way I speak. I know the way I dress. I know myself, and I don't want to do this anymore.
Plus, you don't have to, because
I don't
mean,
have
it's
to.
not like
Yeah.
there's some people, like you say, there's some people who have like genuine reasons, like
Yeah.
they don't have any other option apart from that.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I just, out of the blues, I just tell him like, yo, I'm looking for a job. That's the reason. I didn't tell him why I moved to Kisumu. I just told him I'm looking for a job in Kisumu. That's why I moved here. And he goes like, oh my, you know, we're out with my boss today. Like the whole crew is out today, and he's looking for a PA. And I was like, okay. I didn't even ask what job. I mean, what job that was. I just thought, a PA. Okay, fine. So he calls his boss aside. He calls me aside. We talk. The boss just liked everything about me, and he goes like, Monday morning at 8, please be there early. And that was it. No interview. No. Okay, there was an interview, but it was a fake interview. Oh my God! I hope he doesn't listen to this. So one thing led to another, and I got the job.
You know, when you say, every time you say one thing led to another,
Yeah. just a long story cut short, the interview didn't really happen. We made friends with whoever was making. She's my friend. She's my good friend right now. Her name is Laura. If she's listening to this, you're amazing. So we made friends there and then during the interview actually. And you know what she told me? Just go to your office. You already showed the office. Just go to your office.
Yeah.
I'm like, okay. At a very young age, I look at myself, and every time I got into my office in the morning, I would probably tear and tell myself, I don't know why I did that, but it's because of where I started. And I told myself, you know, the God I serve is looking out for me in a way. He's looking out for me in a way. So I worked for about 6 months.
Yeah.
Yeah, for about 6 months. And I decided to quit because real estate wasn't my thing in the first place. But you know, when you were young, mostly when you were in high school, you had this wish list, yeah?
You know, when you're saying like when you are young.
Yeah.
You know, you haven't. Don't even say your age yet. We'll just say your age once we're done with the podcast, so that people can be like, what?
I know.
What the hell is she talking about?
I don't know anything about life. You know?
Okay.
Anyway.
So you're saying when you're in high school?
When I was in high school, you know, you had all this time to yourself, and the things you used to write. You want to be a surgeon. The next thing you want to be a nurse. The next thing So for me, I had this wish list. Yeah, I call it a wish list because I don't really know what to call it. So I had this wish list. Yeah, I had written everything I wanted to be: a real estate agent, a model, and a lawyer. All these things, you know. And I went back to my notebook and I realized, I've done this actually. I've done this. And guess what? Me working in the club was in the list.
It was in the list?
It was in the list.
It was in the list.
I didn't know myself.
So it's just a bucket list. Oh, you didn't know?
I didn't know.
Until you went back.
I went back and I realized, my God, it's here. And I had written the name itself, not me working in a club. I had written it. And then real estate.
What had you written?
Come on. I had written me working in a club. Come on. So I had written it there.
Manager, the big club here. No?
I had written
no, but
it.
So, just so we'll go back to the bucket list,
Yeah.
right? But just so I just get this clear. Like that was something that you wrote down.
That is something. That is the power of the mind people don't know.
So even for you just going to do that and finding yourself doing it's cause.
Yeah, I had thought about it so much, or it's because I had written it down. I don't know. I don't know. And the power of the mind is so strong.
Crazy.
It's crazy.
But I just want to understand, what was it about that job that intrigued you that much that you were like fascinated by? What intrigued you? Because I don't think it's the money, right?
It's not the money. One thing.
Yeah. So what?
I read so much about people, successful people. Donald Trump is. I don't know. People don't like him. But in a way, if I look at his past, and I look at he doesn't have a past really. Not that he is poor.
No, that you're talking about.
But listen, he.
Donald Trump.
I know. Don't make that face.
Okay.
So yeah. I like reading about successful people, and Donald Trump, one time he came up and I started reading about him, even read his books, and so yeah, he was a real estate. He and the
was
family,
in real estate,
he
right?
was in real estate and all that. So now
you can sip some tea if you need to take a break and just put your thoughts together. Okay, yeah.
So I read about him and I told myself, hey, real estate is a good thing, So I didn't want to do it because one thing, because of passion, because I liked it. It's because I thought this is probably the direction I should be taking,
Yeah.
So yeah, that is it.
Wait, that story cannot be that short.
I know it's that short.
It can't be that short.
It's that short.
Okay, hold on. So
because I remember even when I was being interviewed,
yeah.
And then my boss comes up and he goes like, "Do you have a passion for real estate?"
Yeah.
Because most of the things, if you don't go in with a passion,
Yeah.
it will never work out.
Plus, it will show. It will
Yeah,
just
it
show.
will show, and it showed actually. It did. It
But
did.
so-
At one point, it did. But I didn't have the passion for real estate. It wasn't my thing. It
Mhm.
wasn't my thing at all. At all.
Mhm.